Recently, Karrion and Scarlett have hinted that AJ Styles will be their next target, and they've been wringing their hands trying to come up with the perfect way to get to the phenomenal AJ Styles. And Scarlett came up with the perfect way to devise the first part of this devious plan. She powderized her monthly cycle and blew it right in the face of AJ Styles. The powderized Menzies community. The fuck am I even on about anymore? I'm John Rectum with my review of WWE Smackdown from Des Moines, Iowa. Speaking towards Money in the Bank, and there was some good wrestling on this show. There were also some short matches, and there was one point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I think that there are certain aspects of Smackdown that are just going to kind of just be covered very, very briefly, because I'm really worried about the state of the women's division. Yeah, unfortunately. And they're really trying to make it seem like Jey Uso should be the one to deep throat Roman Reigns. No. Main event Jey Uso. No. I'm not saying he shouldn't beat his cousin eventually, but no. Goddamn no. Come up with somebody else. Come up with an actual main eventer. Anyway, so recaps of the world title reveal, and then here's Heyman and Solo. They're interrupted immediately by Jey. He's pissed at Solo. The crowd boos Heyman heavily. This is Jimmy's fault. He's trying to turn him against him, and Roman wants to groom him as the next tribal chief. No, you don't groom anybody, especially don't groom your own family members. That's gross on multiple levels. And then you'll face Theory tonight for the U.S. title, and all you need to do is shake my hand. I'll take the title shot, but I ain't shaking your hand. I need to think about it. And then we get to Escobar and Ali in a Money in the Bank qualifier. L.A. Knight, on commentary. So at least Barrett has a commentator to actually work with, unlike Michael Cole. Though Michael Cole is still better than Booker T at this point, because Michael Cole at least pretends to know something about wrestling and has some enthusiasm. Booker T is speaking a language that is not of this earth, and he competed in the ring for a number of years and still doesn't seem to know a goddamn thing about wrestling. What the hell? Why is Booker T still on a WWE program? But enough about that. LA Knight he praising the match and knocking Michael Cole. That's a win-win right there. We get a Rana off the steps. The referee didn't count at one point when the guys are out on the apron for a good 30 seconds. Come on. Stop doing it. And somebody stop. Just stop. I know these things happen, but it's become more glaring. Just whatever. Anyway, we get a few dives. We do get a nice spot where Santos dives off the top. Ali hits a drop kick to the floor. That was good. Holy bleep, holy shit chance. Then we get a Poison Rana, because each show must contain at least one stupid move. The Poison Rana's dumb. And then we get a Super Phantom Driver. 1, 2, 3. Escobar going down to Money in the Bank. And then here's Sammy to talk to Jey. I get it, or at least I got it for a while. Just enough. He says, listen to your heart, and it's calling for you. And then there you go. Just listen to your heart, Jey. It'll send you away, hopefully to a better storyline, to something else that isn't elongated just because they don't know how to end it. I'm kind of done with this. I don't think there's any blood left in this turnip. I don't think there's any more twists and turns. And having Jey be the one to beat Roman, oh fuck no, fuck that. Anyway, here's Kayla. She looks great. They are the NXT Women's Champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, not the tag champs. Good stuff there. Isla looked great, and Alba does also, and then Shayna and Ronda immediately interrupt. Now, Shayna talks, she was fine, then Ronda talks, being the good wordsmith that she is. She's not trying to cut off her hair and wash anyone's feet with it. And I stand by every goddamn thing, by the way, that I said about Ronda Rousey in a recent Raw review. Evidently, I got backlash on Twitter, which I don't understand or whatever, and she's already got brain injuries because she thinks a goddamn bunch of bullshit rhetoric and everything, so I really don't have any sympathy for Ronda. Also, even if she actually had her head on straight, she doesn't care. She's not benefiting the women's division anymore. More on that in a little bit. They're going to get a unification match. Why? Because there's not enough teams in NXT to build the women's tag division around. Yeah, there aren't. Also, Shayna indicated that she helped make the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships a reality. Was she in NXT when they made the Tag Team Championships? Genuine question. I don't remember. So anyway, wish Isla would slink up on me like that, but nevertheless, Iron Sheik video package, Elon #1, USA, Hatui. Rest in peace, Sheik. And then Bayley took on Mia Yim in a match that was so short I barely had a chance to sit down and watch it. Rose Plant, 1, 2, 3, in 3 minutes maybe. AJ was on commentary. And then Scarlett showed up and blew her powderized Menzies in his face and cross-choked him. AJ doesn't have a lot of time left and they are wasting it on Karrion Kross. Pierce tells Bianca, please don't interrupt the thing with Asuka tonight, but you'll get a rematch. Bianca also changing her look. She's going to go back to being a heel. As much of an inspiration as she is to a lot of young women, you know what? Her being a heel after so long, that's not the worst idea in the world. Asuka does look amazing, is what I noted, is for the championship, the WWE Women's Championship. It's a white strap with gold on it. All these titles look the same and they're ugly. That's all I have to say. Oh, here's Charlotte. Okay, so the SmackDown Women's Division is toast. Absolute toast. Who has benefited from, who's gotten over working with Charlotte? Rhea at Mania 39, it was a great match, but I honestly forget sometimes that Rhea is the women's champion of SmackDown. Just stop. Come up with other people. Like, Sasha already left, and Mercedes Moné, obviously, for those that want to use her, new name. She left. She's one of the 4 horsewomen that left. Andrade, you had one goddamn job. Knock the bitch up, and you didn't. I don't care how great Charlotte is in the ring. I don't want to see her anymore. So that's it. A lot of the women's division stuff is going to get glossed over until Charlotte takes her rightful place away from my television. And I don't want to see her anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm goddamn sick of it. Asuka might as well just pull Jeff Jarrett at Bash at the Beach 2000 and lay down in 3 weeks. Because Asuka has never benefited from working with Charlotte. Oh, she's a heel. She can use a match. She can do all this. Charlotte is just not interesting. That's it. Enough already. Come up with other people. Anyway, Jay tells Heyman, if I'm in the bloodline, that means you're out. Ooh, there's more stuff too, but anyway. Bianca is pissed, and Pierce says, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Bianca's going heel. Mello and Trick are in the front row for Peter Dune and Corbin. Because Corbin is feuding with Trick. He's part of the free agent pool because they have nothing for him. Peter Dune does a jump start. Corbin hits a few moves and then gets violently fingered by Peter Dune. And then a roll-up out of an armbar 1, 2, 3. Weird. And then he punches Trick, and Mello tries to get at him, and there's officials separating all this. And then a package on Bobby Lashley. While Corbin is knocking Peter Dune, Cameron Grimes comes out and knocks out Corbin. They're either trying to get him to quit or something. I don't really know. I mean, because Corbin, again, not my favorite, but he's safe in the ring and reliable. But whatever. So Io took on Shotzi. Io targets the Armalade. Shotzi does a few dives, almost lands on her head at one point doing a suicide dive. Bayley ends up interfering. Finally, when the referee doesn't see, hits her head. I hope she's all right. Moonsault 1, 2, 3. Io's in the Money in the Bank match, so that means Bayley will knock her friend over and try to win the briefcase. She'll screw over Io. I think Shotzi might have hurt her neck. I hope she's all right. And then Kayla talks to Theory, and I zoned out because Theory's boring. Owens and Zayn are talking, and then every tag team in the goddamn universe are on SmackDown. Pretty Deadly, the Brutes, Good Brothers, Home of the Good Brothers, Maybe Take Your Order, LWO and the Profits show up. Loud Noises, Gauntlet next week. Watch Pretty Deadly be the team to win, and watch them win the tag titles, and then watch me completely write off the tag team championships. And I'll do it. Because anytime Pretty Deadly even breathes on a wrestling program, it's embarrassing to professional wrestling. So, Asuka versus Charlotte in 3 weeks. I hope Asuka wins. I'm just not optimistic. Jay, in theory, this is more about would Jay win and would he, take his rightful place as the right-hand man of the tribal chief. It was a match, but it involves Theory, whose work is fine, but he's boring. Later, we get a ref bump. Pretty Deadly attack because they're aligned with Theory. Then Jimmy saves Jay. Then Solo tries to spike Jimmy, and then Jay saves him, and then Solo ducks out of the way, and Jimmy still throws a super kick, despite the fact Solo could have been in Sicily by the time he stopped trying to throw the kick. And then Jay gets covered 1, 2, 3. And then Jay's upset at Jimmy, but Jay won't align with Heyman and Solo, and it is what it is. That's it for SmackDown. That's all I got to say. What do you got to say? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rittland. I'll see you soon.